Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. So we're back, and even though AEG might be ending, and we know that we are getting a brand new metal engine line this year, which I am absolutely stoked for. The question will be whether I can buy it anywhere, but that will be for us to find out. We are still getting a smattering of new All Engines Go merchandise, and this is a set which I saw initially listed, I think, on Amazon quite some time ago. Then I saw Leokin Video's fantastic video about this set, which I will link down in the comments below. You should definitely go check it out. And that video made me convinced that this was a set worth picking up. And then, of course, because Thomas stock in Australia is shocking, I couldn't find this set anywhere. And finally, just the other week, I found this set here available at my local Big W, which is the only major retailer now that stocks Thomas and Friends in Australia, at least in the area where I live. And so now we have this multi-pack. This multi-pack, which, as we know, doesn't have a name. But what are you waiting for? Let's do it. Alright, we'll have a quick look at the packaging. The packaging of this has similar problems to other packaging that we've talked about, and Leo talked about this a lot. What is it called? I don't know, and I don't remember because I didn't look it up before this video because it's not on the box anywhere. There's also no explanation, again, on these for why they're all themed like this. Like, yep, we have all the characters, but where's the, you know, like little... The engines have a big job to do. They have to fix something or do something. Like, I've got no idea why these engines have this kind of construction metallic paint scheme. It's just not explained anywhere on the box. The closest we get is this little writing up here, which is not very useful. Otherwise, yep, that's what we've got there. Ooh, that's what we got there. Again, why didn't they use the little Thomas logo here? Don't know. There's nothing interesting written on the bottom here. Nope, made in Thailand. That's all we've got. And as always, just what we've got here on the top is all normal. So, yep, let's crack these open because the box ain't gonna tell us anything. Okay, the 5-pack's out of its packaging. Let's take a look. We'll do a quick spin. I'll try not to spend too long on any particular engine. There you go, Thomas on the bottom. This is awesome. Look at that face. What a fantastic All Engines Go Thomas face. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Love it. You can see the details we've got here look pretty cool. I love this metallic silver finish. It looks so much better in person out of the box than it does both in the box and online. Online does not do it justice. The metallic finish is really, really cool. Again, would love to know some explanation about why they're in this theme, but I think this is really cool. I think this blends the right amount of Thomas with something different. I know I talk about this ad nauseum in my minis videos, but these are essentially a Thomas Minis project. You know, you've rebranded the engines to give them this funky paint scheme. I've got no idea whether they actually get repainted to look like this in the show. I've only seen them the first half of season 1 of All Engines Go, and I haven't watched any others since. So if someone has, you can tell me down in the comments below. But yeah, it looks awesome. Don't know why it looks like this, but it's good. I'm a big fan. If we do a quick comparison to your bog standard Thomas, obviously it's got the different face. Pretty much all the details are there. The only thing we are missing on this one here is our buffer detailing, which is classic. It's one of the first things that seems to go when they are doing something different, but we do have a lot of other different paint applications, so you can kind of see it. So yeah, Thomas, thumbs up. Next one here we've got is our little Sandy the rail speeder. Good to see that she comes with her bucket in this set. As you will have seen in some of the other sets she comes with, including, like, you know, the one where she has the masks, she just comes with the little claw. And I think coming with the bucket is a nice value add. So yep, again, we can see you've got the updated paint on the wheels, that pink. Otherwise, all the details we've come to expect from her are there. Again, a fun little face. And that silver looks great. So yeah, I'm very happy with this one. A great little version of Sandy. Kylie looks epic. This is one where, like, it makes total sense for her to look like this. She's a crane. She already had the kind of hazard stripes on her. This look for her makes a lot of sense. The hazard stripes on the wheels look really, really good. I love the kind of, like, you know, dirt and simulated, you know, scratches on it. That looks awesome. Love that here as well. You can see the patterns that are being painted on there. Nothing on the back. We have still got the clear windows. Then we've got the solid blue for the top and the crane arm, which maintains its functionality, even if that functionality is quite limited. But yeah, otherwise looks good, and you can see they've also often gone to the effort of redoing her weird buffer headlight things. So yeah, I think Carly is a fine addition. Diesel here again. Yeah, this is awesome. Love this. Again, you got that really nice silver. I wonder if it's actually silver paint or if it's just the silver metal underneath. I don't know. But you can see they've done his buffers up nicely. So it's interesting he gets buffer details, but the others don't. Cool, fine, whatever. Fantastic diesel face, very evil, very conniving. Love it. And again, great details along the side here. I love the dirt patterns and that kind of thing. And also the wheels with the yellow stripes on the purple wheels. This one, again, fantastic work. A winner, winner, winner. Yep, very happy. Very happy indeed. And then, yes, you can see here is Percy. And that is, again, a fantastic all engines go Percy face. Just wonderful. We've lost the buffer detailing, as you can see, but we do have a lot of other detailing on this Percy here. Again, the silver looks great. The green wheels, the green. I think perhaps Percy and Thomas could have a little bit more green on them and blue, respectively. You can see here, for example, on Carly, it comes up, I think, a little bit further on her body, about halfway, versus theirs only comes up to about maybe a third. So I think that might be one little area of improvement, perhaps. But otherwise, yeah, this is a great redeco on what I already think are, as you know, very, very good overall little toys. So this set, to me, Leo, again, convinced me to buy it, said it was a winner. I agree. It's definitely a winner. I think this is a fantastic set. You get all the main cast bar Nia, so one wonders why they didn't put her in there as well and just make it a 6-pack. Great looking toys, very interesting. Application of the minis, great. Again, really leaning into making the faces customizable, which is what you can do here with the All Engines Go designs. I just want to know what the point of this is. Tell me, Mattel, like, so this is this a tie-in to an episode? If so, where is the tie-in? You know, like we had previously, you know, you'd say it's as seen in King of the Railway, as seen in Dinos and Discoveries, as seen in The Great Race. Where's the as seen in season 3 or as seen in Construction Crew something, you know, as seen in the Adventure Club, whatever it is missing. Because if I'm a parent, I'm going, what is the point of this? And I think something which Mattel has just totally blanked on is they seem to have forgotten that, like, parents are the ones buying these toys for their kids. And they're the ones who don't know the show very well. They probably don't watch it. They only kind of hear it and see it in passing. And so you really need to give them some context so they understand what they're buying. But, you know, even Transformers do a better job of this now, where they have little comments on the back saying, you know, such and such does this, and, you know, what show is it from? What movie is it from? We get nothing from that in Thomas and Friends, and I think it's such a shame because we used to get a lot more information, and I think that really would have helped parents. One thing I noticed at the Day With Thomas event is how many parents were getting the engines wrong or getting the characters wrong or being confused, and the kids were the ones correcting them. There was, you know, for example, the sign at Day With Thomas's, a lot of them still said Donald because Donald used to be the engine they had until they repainted him into James. And I heard several kids say, but, you know, Mummy, Daddy, whatever, Gran, where's Donald? It says Donald, but we have James. Where's Donald? Like, the kids know this stuff. They are paying attention, but the problem is the parents are not. So when you are designing these kind of toys, you need to make it so that parents, when they're buying toys or surprises for their kids, can easily work out what it is they're talking about and easily identify them. And if they're never on shelves, well, that's your first problem. But if they are on shelves and they're not telling parents why to buy them, they're not going to buy them. So again, I don't know what Mattel's doing, but I'm very happy to come in for free and be a consultant and talk to your salespeople, because they clearly are not understanding what it is that's making things tick. And unfortunately, it's showing in the fact that Trent Thomas is being, you know, not sold in many, many stores across Australia. So, in short, if you see this set and you like what you see, particularly if you like All Engines Go or you like these metal push long engines, this is one to get. Highly recommended. Otherwise, that's all we've got time for. This is Extreme Trains.